right, welcome to another session of Whispers in the Woods. Been a little bit, but we'll get back into things, and it's good to be back. Previously on Whispers, there's a little blurb, but previously on Whispers, the party is traveling through the Briar Keep, an old castle in the Feywild, in order to find the source of a black mold that is spreading across the forests of Keltahera, one of the larger kingdoms within the Glimmering Isles. And so, after tracking down the source to the Briar Keep and exploring it, they seem to have found where it's being grown, the mold gardens, though it was seemingly behind some locked doors that they didn't have access to. And so they've been exploring the rest of the keep in order to find a way in there, in order to stop both the production of black mold as well as the person who is in charge of growing it. And the ringleader of it all appears to be a mysterious figure known as Beira, who has appeared numerous times in name throughout our adventure, and seems to be pulling several strings from behind the scenes. So the secondary goal of the party is also to locate Beira and put a stop to her as well. On the most recent session, after finding a few different keys and unlocking further progress into the keep, the party explored the old abandoned chapel, hoping that it might have some answers about a ghost that was wandering the halls of the Briar Keep. But when they arrived there, they found the chapel grounds desecrated by some sort of infernal force and a magic circle carved into the floor that appears to have been some sort of ritual. And that was where we left off, with the party not having decided on any sort of course of action to take involving that. And they ended the session mulling it over a little bit with the promise to come back to it next time. So, where we return, we are still in the chapel.
So we came here looking for a ring, I believe. Or that's what we were told, right?
Yes, you were told that some sort of ring was stashed away in an attempt to frame one of the old denizens of the Briar Keep before Beira's seemingly takeover of the castle.
Then I guess I'll ask the most immediate question. Do I notice a ring anywhere on the altar?
You do not.
Okay. I'm going to take the time then to just kind of look around the place, check up under benches, and walk around like that looking for it.
All right.
Going to look for ring.
Okay.
Does anybody else have anything that they would want to accomplish while Sequili looks around?
I'm eyeing this. Is this a door?
Yeah, there's another door on the other side.
Okay. I'm gonna check that out really quick then. Sybil's going to try to open it.
All right. Yeah, the door is locked, but you can see a keyhole on it.
Oh, rats. Okay. I don't see any snakes or doves.
So we could pick it? Question mark?
Do you have a lockpick?
I have knock. That's my only form of lock picking.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know the first thing about picking a door, so. Wits, do you know anything about picking doors? Picking locks?
Oh yeah, but I don't believe I have any of the tools to do it right now.
Mm,
We can look around for a little bit, and if we see nothing, I'm just gonna use knock on it.
okay.
Okay. Yeah, you look under the rug. There's nothing there, really. Just old floorboards.
Check everything.
Not finding ring.
You look around, and for the most part, it seems quite abandoned. It's overgrown from around most of the walls, but there's also kind of smaller flower pot planters that some of the vines are growing out of, attached to both the altar itself and some of the walls. But it appears to have been neglected for quite some time.
Yeah. My gamer senses are telling me to break open those floorboards to see what's up under that, but I don't know if I want to. I mean, the church is already desecrated, right? I mean, the altar is.
This is no longer a church.
It's just a room that happens to have pews, rug, altar, and this weird symbol in the middle.
Mhm. Yeah, I don't know. What do you all think we should do?
Huh?
It doesn't seem to do anything like that.
Everyone power in. Everyone stand on a little symbol.
Technically, wasn't only like one person able to see what this is?
I'm just guessing here. I'm just walking. You know,
I
just don't mind
believe
me.
last time we clarified that Sequili can see it as is. Sybil can see a red glow on the ground, and the rest of you saw a drawing that Sequili showed you of what it looks like. So you all technically know what it looks like.
Well, there were more rooms with the serpent statues outside of it, so we could always go try those doors, since we have a serpent key.
That is true.
Okay.
All right.
Would the serpent key fit in this one? Since it's a serpent.
Oh yeah, door.
Serpent. This is the serpent room.
We could try it.
Who got the key? Someone try it. I have the key. I have the bird poop key. I don't have a serpent key. Who has the key? What room are we in again, guys? Jog Lola's memory.
Sybil had the serpent key, I believe. But,
Alright, I don't think
There
I
you
have that one.
for the most part,
Alright.
unless you guys specifically want to RP it, just whoever has the key, it doesn't really matter. Unless you guys
Someone
like
try,
split
who
up or
cares?
something. So you slide the serpent key into the lock and you turn it, and with a click, that door opens.
Nice.
Oh, here comes fear. Let's go.
Uh,
Oh.
Oh.
That was a bad sign.
it wasn't.
Oh, thank Lord.
You understand
What
every
the-
sign's a bad sign.
Every sign is a bad sign.
We'll hear you like drink water through your mic and be like, damn it, this is it.
Dying.
The four of you, as you peer through this doorway, find yourselves back in a familiar hallway.
Oh. Okay.
It's the other side.
It just had two entrances. That's all.
Aw.
Well,
Okay.
Well, wasn't there another door where the what was it, where the kitchen was? That had the
Oh
serpent?
yeah, it was in the it was in
There
the back
was.
room with all the poison food.
Two snake rooms?
Also, which is like staring at this door. Why is there a lock on both sides?
Why not, man? We're all about that safety here.
I think we threw safety out the window a long time ago.
I did not. I am a very safe thingy thing, you know? still didn't find a ring though.
Alright.
Well, I guess we could check the kitchens.
Is that where you want to head then,
Oh.
as a group?
I'm good with that.
Sure.
Very
We
well.
run to the kitchen.
Alright, I'll just take you right there. Unless you want to walk by the doll hallway again.
God, no.
No?
I'll
Beam
be
me
looking
up,
at the
skeleton
ground the whole
man.
time.
Yeah, it's alright.
So you wind your way back along to the south side of the keep and enter again the kitchen, where all of the food is as you left it, which is to say, piping hot as if it was just cooked seconds ago.
Hey, let's
Not weird at
Uh,
all.
check nothing.
You know, it might all be poison, but it does smell delicious in here, guys.
Tasted pretty good
Hey.
too.
Yes.
And entering into the side room where the storage space is, you find that door, that locked door, surrounded by the two reliefs of serpents. And presuming that you turn the key in the lock, with a click, that door is now unlocked.
Ready? Well, let's head on.
Creaking that door open, you find a long stone staircase that descends downward.
If there's anything I know, basements are bad juju places.
Oh my gosh, the
Mhm.
basement of this place.
Stairs. My weakness.
What do you mean you get down them so quick?
Sometimes I slide and skip a few. It's very startling.
Oh, I need me to hold your hand, Sequili.
I'm gonna throw off his
No.
balance.
Alright, so you make your way down into the darkness of the cellar of the Briar Keep. And the staircase itself is mostly dark, but as you begin to near the bottom, you can see stone flooring as well as the flicker of what appears to be an orange torchlight in the distance. And as you arrive at the base of the stairs, you look around at the room you now stand within.
Oh, the cellar.
Oh, cellars are extra bad juju places.
Oh, what do you mean? There's only good stuff in the cellar.
No, there's usually some murdering happening in cellars. Like, if I was gonna murder something, I would put their body in a cellar. Shove them into one of the kegs. No one would ever know.
It probably tastes a little different.
No, just ferment it quicker. That's all.
Mm.
I'm turning this valve.
All right. A thick red liquid begins to drop from the valve that you open, Lola, and pool
How
along
thick we
the.
talking about?
Not incredibly thick.
Okay, cool.
It's not like Jello.
Wits, come look at this real fast.
All right, hold on a second. Witch just wants to see what's in here first. And these two
Am I
cabinets,
going?
rather.
Yeah, you open the cabinets and you find stacked iron kettles, cauldrons, plates, knives, forks, and spoons. And Wits, actually, as you kind of look at the cutlery, it occurs to you that the spoons and on all the cutlery within this little dresser here, in this cabinet, they look identical to the one that you followed upstairs, though obviously inert and not moving.
Witch will like grab one of the spoons, and be like, "Hey, look! I found that spoon's cousin."
Family.
Right, what was it that you were going on about, Lola?
Thick liquid running all down here. I don't know how you can miss it. Give it a little taste. I want to see what it is.
But to like put his finger in it and like just lick his finger.
It tastes vaguely similar to wine, though perhaps not stored properly as it's congealed a little bit.
I like smack his lips a bit. Mm-hmm. It's shitty wine.
Mm.
Can I tell, like, walking through here, does the floor look like covered in dust, or does it look like clean? Does it look like someone's maybe walked through here recently?
There's cobwebs everywhere in this small kind of stone cellar, up in all the corners, and there is a lot of dust on the wooden objects. It doesn't appear to be very frequently used now.
Gotcha.
But there is, of course, another hallway that leads off to the east and is illuminated by torchlight, but further than that, just more darkness.
All right then, shall I move on?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Very mental
Yes.
man.
Did you say that it gets darker as it goes on? Like there's no more torches?
In a way, yes. They're sort of only placed in certain spots, so off in the distance you can't see the next one, is what I'm saying.
Can you try to take this torch off of the wall?
Yeah, it's a wooden torch and a metal sconce on the wall, so you can actually pull the torch part out and carry it with you if you wish.
All right, he'll do that and carry it around and hold it.
Very well. Then you walk along these similarly dusty, cobwebbed stone walls of this long hallway, with just the flickering torchlight to illuminate your path, and eventually you come to another open room, in which you can see some more torchlight flickering in the distance. Just give me 1 second. Which is, I know, the last thing you guys want to hear. Alright. So, as you reach the end of the hall, in the distance you see orange flickering torchlight kind of coming from off to your right if you were to enter this larger chamber, but you also see sort of a strange red glow coming from out of sight off to the left as well. What do you do?
You said, like, the red lights, like, around the corner? Like, you can't see the source?
Yeah, you can't see you can't see the torches either, but you recognize the orange flicker of torchlight coming from the right. So there's evidently probably some torches over there, but there's a different sort of red glow coming from out of sight on your left around the corner in whatever this room is. And it doesn't flicker like the torchlight, it just has this constant kind of low glow. So you're standing
Is
kind
it
of like
quiet?
a few feet from the actual room itself, so you can't quite see anything but straight ahead. I just wanted to know if you wanted to do anything else before you move into the room.
Does a quiet one want to check?
Which of us is the quiet one?
Mm.
Probably everybody but me, honestly.
Not
You go
so-
clickety clack. You know, we're walking on stone. You're just clickety clacking your way through here.
Yeah, loud
That's
clop,
it.
clop, clop.
It's like someone's in this room. It's like, is there a horse down here?
Who brought a horse in here?
We were sure those stairs would have stopped any horses from coming down here.
All right. Wits, you take torch way. I'll take what's it called way. I'll take weird light way, and we're just gonna peek around the corner and see.
All
Do a
right.
quick little peek before we all head in.
But to like hand off the torch to like Sybil or someone so that it doesn't give him away if there is anything over there.
Okay.
Should we do a stealth roll?
You can if you wish, if you want to like remain quiet and and sneaky.
I'm gonna try to be sneaky.
See if Wits is sneaky.
Nice.
Wits is not sneaky.
Oh, what the fuck, Wits?
All right. So the two of you peer around the corner, and this is what you guys see. Wits, you peer off to the right, and you see odd wooden tables with all sorts of strange contraptions on them, illuminated by that torchlight. Lola, you look off to the left, and you see a long wall of prison bars and a rather sturdy-looking iron door. Then beyond those bars, you can see some sort of glowing red circle, and illuminated in the glow and sort of hovering over that circle is this.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no.
Don't mind me.
my God.
I'm grabbing Winston's collar and I'm walking away. So guys, flying eyeball with
So,
other eyeballs.
so you know what a beholder is, right?
That shit be looking like it wants my eyeballs.
Oh my god.
Also, it's in a glowing circle. And if it's anything like the other circle up top, it's not a good thing. There's a whole
Freaking beholder.
There's a whole prison cell on my side. What you got on your side, man? Is there anything better?
Well, there's a weird table that I'm pretty sure you used to stretch people out.
Oh!
But that did look like there's another hallway.
You did indeed. There's sort of like a part of the stone wall is collapsed in on itself, Wits, that you could see in the torchlight.
Yeah, it's definitely a more natural hallway. It's not. It doesn't look like it was officially built as like part of this underground area.
There is also a weird lump right around the corner. And the lump doesn't smell good. It's a lump. And I point at Wits. It's a lump.
Sorry, I was laughing because I heard the scream in the background noise.
Game plan. Are we fucking with the giant eyeball? We gotta fuck with the giant eyeball, don't we? Does anyone have any history on the giant eyeball to share?
So Queenie has never seen giant eyeball.
I've never read about a giant eyeball.
I mean, I've heard of one once before, but like, I've never seen one. Well, I guess well, I still haven't seen them yet because you looked around that corner and I didn't.
I'm telling you, giant eyeball, extra eyeballs. Just,
I'm familiar with what it is, and I know,
You know
that
what?
it's bad news.
maybe it's a friend, you know?
I don't think they're very friendly.
Eyeballs can be friends. I don't want to look at the eyeball though. I have a bad feeling about eyeball.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be a good idea for it to know it. For it to know we're here.
And let's do a history check just based off the description that Lil did. He probably would have read something about beholders at some point, but nothing too in depth. Just a general idea.
They're not particularly common in my world, but you can make a history check, and it would probably be more along the lines of like stories in taverns, if anything.
Okay.
Nice.
Very well. Then you've overheard a story of someone bragging to have seen one and chopped one of the eye stalks off of one, though you were unable to confirm whether or not said fellow was lying through his teeth or not.
Great. That is great news for us.
And I suppose you judge from the rather amazed reactions of the crowd that he'd gathered when he was telling his story that perhaps everybody else considered this creature to be rather dangerous.
All right. So, if I remember correctly, one of two things. Either this thing is pretty dangerous, or the guy that I'm thinking of was lying and it's actually very dangerous.
Mm,
Well, that's great.
Oh, you
That
said
is
he was
great.
in a cell, right?
Yeah, like I don't know if the cell's locked, but he's in a cell and he's also in a circle.
I mean, was he moving at all?
Oh, I did not look long enough to see if he was moving.
Well,
I saw a
actually,
giant eyeball.
I can tell
Oh.
you, Lola, if you don't want to just do that as RP. I can actually tell you what you would have saw.
Please. Yes,
Um,
please.
Originally, the eye actually was closed, the center one.
Oh.
As you turned around, and it sort of bobs up and down gently in midair. But with Witz's stealth roll, as the two of you kind of looked around the corner, like a rock goes kind of skittering out, and that center eye opened and looked towards the two of you. That's what you saw. Though it didn't make any sort of other reaction. It stayed motionless, kind of just bobbing in the air, and only the eye itself moved.
I don't trust things that bob.
mhm.
Game plan, guys. What the hell are we gonna do? Was the jail cell like closed, open?
Yes.
Did I?
The
It's closed, okay.
the rather sturdy looking iron door was closed. Yes.
What if we just walk out?
I mean, well, if he's
Hello, friend.
in this jail cell, I doubt he can get out. I mean, if he could get out, he probably would have already.
All right.
You
What's
said
he
the floating
volunteer?
eyeballs
His
didn't have
home.
hands?
I didn't hear what you said, Sybil. Sorry.
Sorry, never mind.
Hands.
I mean, you can't open the door, right? Like, it doesn't have appendages.
Unless his eyeballs can reach over and open it, I'm gonna say nah. He
It
was
does
just
not
a
have
bobbing
appendages
eyeball.
other than numerous eye stalks.
Okay.
Right. Maybe if we just walk by and pretend not to notice him, nothing will happen.
All right. Good thinking, Wits. You should try that.
Just
You know what?
ignore him as
I
much as
will.
possible.
Oh, he's trying it. Okay.
Oh god,
Let me get in position.
I'm gonna cast a spell on myself first. Hang on.
Alrighty.
We pull Wits back before he goes. Like, hold on.
Athor, guide me. I'll cast protection from evil and good on myself, just in case.
That one's a consume items, right?
I think like holy water or something. Yeah, holy water or powdered silver and iron. I just assumed I had holy water since I'm religious and all.
Alright, I think you've cast it once before. I'll say this is your last one, if you want to use it now.
Okay. Then yes.
Because I forgot last time when you cast it that it did have a component, but I usually, when it consumes it, I assume that you probably have one of it, unless it's something really rare. If you learn the spell, you probably have that component already. But I think for this time will be your last time of the components that you currently have, and you have to obtain some more.
Okay.
All right, very well. Then you cast that on yourself, and what happens next?
I think Wits was heading in. I was just
Moves
backing
out
him
of
up.
the way. After you.
Alrighty then. Do. Just trying hard, like, not to look in that direction at all.
as you kind of walk out into this room, all of the eye stalk eyes and the center eye itself all kind of focus in on you. Some of them then dart out to Sequili, and then you hear kind of a growling voice come from the maw of this creature, the fanged maw, and it growls out, "You there! Halt for a moment."
Okay.
Squilly.
You are not. You are not members of that woman's army. I have not seen you before.
We are new here. Not members. Not new like that, just new here.
Then you are her enemies, yes?
Indeed.
Well, enemies are a strong word.
If you are indeed her enemies, then you must free me.
Why?
I am kept here as her prisoner.
Why prisoner? What you do?
I was tasked with upkeep, and I was here to restore the Zemarian heart.
The Zemarian heart.
I will type. There's your spelling.
Thank you. What is this heart?
It produces the mold, the pox upon the trees.
You make mold?
No, not I. But I was forced to make the Zemarian heart produce the mold.
Sequili just kind of looks at everyone else. What do we do?
A friend is a friend.
Ritz really wants to know if he's lying or not, so Wits is going to cast Detect Thoughts on it.
Ooh.
Right, let me refresh Detect Thoughts. It's been a while since anyone's cast Detect Thoughts, so I gotta do a little refresh.
Misty steps into the cage.
All right, very well. So to begin surface level thoughts, yes.
Yes.
The first surface level thought that you get is, at last salvation. An end to this torment and captivity. That's what you read from the surface level.
I think I'm ready to make that, or for him to make that wisdom saving to see if I can get deeper thoughts.
All right, you're what, a 13?
Yeah.
All right, let me... It got a 16.
Oh damn.
Of course, as you're casting the spell and doing the deeper probe, it is aware that you're doing this. So you see its eyes kind of focus on you, Wits, and then he says, You seek knowledge. He says that out loud for everyone to hear.
I guess that's one way of putting it.
I can grant knowledge.
Ooh.
You tell us where Bera is?
The lady of the manor, I know not her exact location, but I know of the Zemarian heart. That I can aid you with.
Good. Need to stop mold.
I can aid to attempt to stop a Zemarian heart in progress is no small feat, but I can aid you.
Eyeball seem okay.
I like
Let him
eyeball.
free?
I'm like
Let's,
I like
let's
eyeball.
have a group huddle. Let's have a group huddle.
Group huddle. Group
Group
huddle.
huddle.
One
One
moment,
moment.
Mr. Eyeball. Sorry, I don't. Sorry.
You
Mr.
may
Eyeball?
call me Hephaestion.
What?
Like Hephaestus?
Hephaestion?
Okay.
Hephaestion?
Hephaestion.
Okay.
Hephaestion. I'm gonna come up with a nickname for you. We friends now.
All right. So what we
Effie.
thinking?
I mean, if the heart's making the mold killed my fucking chicken. So
Yeah.
I'm saying we destroy that damn heart.
Agreed.
I don't destroy it, but
Oh.
I don't think.
I'm gonna
I
be
don't-
honest. I'm a little sus if a giant floating aberration creature
It's
Yeah,
because
I-
the giant
can give us
floating.
knowledge.
Yeah, I think
Are-
the hot is a no-brainer, but
That did sound
I've
a
heard-
little scary.
I've heard he's pretty dangerous. His type.
I
Then-
think Baromir broken his spirit, to be quite honest.
I mean, I read his thoughts, and I couldn't get any deeper than surface level, but the surface level seemed like it was okay. Like,
You tried to read a giant floating eyeball's thoughts?
no, I did read a giant eyeball's thoughts.
So clearly thinks should let him go. Life is precious. Him kept here against will is wrong.
Don't judge him because he is an eyeball. Voting
Vote.
time. Vote.
Vote to
Release him.
release.
My hand is raised.
He clearly raises his hand.
What are you thinking, Seville?
Sybil's. I'm not raising my hand. No. Mm-mm. No, there's a heart. You know, the heart is causing it. He's given us
No,
some
you-
information already.
You know what happened last time we decided we wanted to do something with the big bad, possibly bad creature? We rolled the die. Ah,
If we let him out, I'll take responsibility for him.
all right, that's enough for me. He
I'll
raises
take
his
him
hand.
for walks.
Woo! I'll
Wait
keep
a
my promise.
Wait a minute. How can you take him for walks if he has no legs?
I can take him for floats.
All right, fine.
New friend.
Okay.
Does the gate look like it has like a lock on it or something? Or
Yeah, it does have like a just standard looking sturdy prison door lock.
I doubt there's gonna be a key. Unless Key's on dead body over here. Excuse me, Mr. Float. Do you know about the dead body? Did you see how that got here?
This is Beira's prison for the torment of her captives.
Or for like fun or for information?
I know not her motives,
Woo! Okay.
but I would advise you caution upon approach of this cell door.
Magic.
Hmm. Hmm. Anyone able to detect door? If something there?
Does anybody know detect door?
Yes, there's a door here. As opposed to a failed save where you think it's a wall.
The circle woven beneath me. It is what truly keeps me imprisoned here.
How to make circle go away?
That I am not certain. The little ones, the mean locks, they have tried. They visit me from time to time through the collapsed tunnel.
Hmm.
Oh shit.
One of them attempted to slip through the bars and approach the circle. The little one did not survive the attempt.
Hmm.
Maybe one of the keys.
Well, is this an identify moment?
An identify, a knock, a detect magic, anything useful moment.
Knock if we can get through, but it seems like the problem's gonna be the circle.
All right.
Identify?
You gotta touch it for identify, right?
Fair.
Look, bruh.
Witzel touch the bar with Mage Hand and see if anything happens first.
I'm just gonna step back.
As you touch the bar with Mage Hand of the prison here, you see just sort of a red lightning bolt crackle along the circle, kind of all the way around the circle, and then arc to the Mage Hand and just completely disintegrates the Mage Hand. You feel a little tingle in your own fingers.
Oh, good thing I didn't touch that.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Okay. So
I'm guessing I can't use identify on this then, because do I have to touch it? Oh, it does say touch.
Brutal.
No, my one weakness.
how is the circle on the ground? Is it just like painted? Is it just like magically glowing on the ground? How is this circle on the ground?
Etched into the stone.
Okay. Well, that's just lovely. Okay.
The sort of like external circle that you see here is actually very finely scrawled writing, though I don't believe any of you actually. Never mind. Sybil can read it.
Oh, what does it
Yeah,
say exactly?
Sybil!
Oh, you can read. Let's go.
Read it is probably the wrong word. Sybil, you can identify it.
Okay. Well, what does it say? Or what is it, rather?
It is written in Infernal,
Oh, lovely.
and it appears to be some sort of runic pattern that is forming this magic circle, rather than exact text itself. But it is unmistakably infernal in origin.
She's going to relay that to the party.
No offense, but I thought it would be something with infernal.
Heavy. Too dangerous for us to open.
Just gonna do Mage Hand again, but like try to go in between the bars without touching them with it.
All right. You float the mage hand kind of in between the bars, kind of keeping it flat so that it can slide between them. And it does pass through.
Okay.
Door is not the problem.
The hand's just kind of like sitting there on the other side, like it doesn't know what to do.
Just floating, like scratching an invisible chin.
Yeah. Yeah, which is like scratching his chin and it's just like mimicking it.
Oh, can you pick up the bone over here with the mage hand and like poke the circle with it? I just want to see something.
Okay. Whistle. Ooh, ooh. Pick up the bone. Ooh. Spooky hand. And he'll,
Alright,
like,
yeah, the bone would be light enough.
then he'll like poke the little edge of the circle.
You poke the edge of the circle, and another lightning bolt crackles along it, crimson lightning, and hits the bone, and the bone just sort of turns to dust, and it arcs all the way. It arcs all the way up the bone into the hand, and the hand disintegrates as well.
Oh my god. Okay, friends. I'm gonna cast knock on the door.
Do you have to knock on the door?
No.
Don't?
I just gotta see it, man.
Oh, really? Okay.
I see said door. I am going to attempt to open said door.
All right. Yeah, the metal door in front of the cell springs open, and you suppress the arcane lock on it, and so it swings open.
Stow's gonna take
the red
a
circle
bone.
is unchanged.
Okay, okay.
I'll take a bone and just set it in front of the open gate, just to kind of prop it open.
Yeah,
so it doesn't
very well.
close.
I think I'm gonna just run in, guys. I'm gonna see. I'm not gonna touch the circle. I'm gonna run around the circle, but I just want to see. Be prepared to save my dead body.
Okay.
Phew, phew.
You walk inside the cell, nothing happens.
Okay. Dealing with circle time. Mr. Floaty, were you around when they made the circle, or was the circle already here and they just threw you in it? What was the process of you getting put into this circle?
I was warped into the cell with the circle already intact, and then I was unable to escape.
Quick question: do you have any magical abilities that let you teleport yourself? Like, can you like go phew phew around a room?
Indeed, I do have magical capabilities myself, but I find them suppressed while I remain trapped.
Okay, well, knocking that out the window then. Okay.
Though with the vestiges of what I retain, I feel something. One of you holds an item of powerful magic. It's as if I can smell it on the air.
It's
I
not deep.
mean,
Is this the time where we do an inventory check for all the magic shit we
Inventory
found?
check.
I
I
have
have
a
magic
number
thing.
of magical items.
Just dump all your stuff on the ground.
All right,
Quick.
guys, time for shifting.
Quick, is it the mittens that
Throw
make snowballs?
That's it. The lost mittens.
It's actually the mighty weapon we're meant to find to defeat Vera with.
Very well. I honestly don't even remember who has it. So if you guys just all want to search your bags, you'll probably find something.
See, I got 2 bottles of magic alcohol.
The Doom Bloom.
All right, everybody pick a number, and we'll determine who has it by a D4.
3.
4.
Ah.
1.
4. Wait.
I don't remember your numbers, so if I roll you, you let us know.
That's me.
Okay, so Queely has it in his bag for some reason, even though I'm pretty sure you actually didn't get
I feel like nothing. I have no magic.
it.
He has like a bunch of sticks and some tea.
Well,
Simple guy.
you suddenly realize that you actually did have it.
Oh.
So
Got sticky fingers.
you guys search your bags and you pull out a small glass orb, which you
What?
actually found from the snowman.
Oh.
I feel like Lola probably had that.
Sequili forgot he had this.
I forgot it existed.
I
And
don't
you
think we ever
see,
figured out what it did.
you did not. Actually, you tried to identify it and it was out of your scope.
Heffy, you want this?
You see
Yeah.
Hephaestion's eyes all kind of again, the eye stalks don't move. He's kind of like frozen motionless, but you see the eyes themselves dart towards the circular orb, and he again speaks and says, "That glass sphere, that is an unraveling stone."
What's that?
Okay.
A powerful magical item. It was designed to, well, to unweave magic itself. With that, I'm certain you could break this circle.
How did Leopold have this?
So throw orb at circle.
Yes, you need to shatter it.
Smash it, Squilly. Smash the orb.
Sequili just casually like tosses it up in the air and then takes his pike and just like baseball swings it, and hits it like towards the edge, just right there in front of him.
It's like glass shards in the beholder's eye.
Yeah, you smash the orb down towards the circle, and as it kind of shatters into shards of glass, they actually begin to almost like dissolve and float away. And as soon as it shatters, a huge gust of wind just like pushes all of you guys back, like 5 feet.
Oh.
Almost knocking you off your feet. And a huge flash of bright light just sort of blinds you all in an instant. And then, as your vision begins to return to you, you actually see that the scrawled circle fades. The glowing red light is now dissipated, though the actual etched-in, carved circle, of course, still remains.
You okay now?
You see Hephaestion kind of begin to like shudder slightly, and then you see all the eye stalks kind of begin to move all in different directions, almost kind of stretching as if he hasn't moved in quite some time. And he sort of lets out a long, "Ah, yes, that's much better."
Good.
Welcome morning.
I thank you for freeing me. An unraveling stone is a powerful thing, and to choose to use it here, you are kind.
Just seemed the right thing to do.
I still find myself weakened, but I will aid you as best I can. Your mission is to destroy the heart.
And then murder a biatch. Yeah, heart first, yeah.
Yes, must stop mold.
He kind of floats around a little bit, almost kind of returning to motion after quite some time as he kind of moves the eye stalks in all directions. Then I will aid you as best I can. But for such a task, I thought there were no creatures who even knew of the heart's existence. Never mind those on a mission to destroy it. However did you learn of it?
You. You.
Knew of mold, not of heart.
Didn't do a mold.
Mold spread.
Then you know not of the Circle of Zemoral.
We do not know what that is.
No.
It appears you are more knowledgeable than us.
Zemoral is... well, perhaps it is easier to show you.
Kind of ominous. I'm into it. Yes.
So Queely likes pictures.
Those who wish to see need only match my gaze.
Now listen.
The eye
We
stalks
are
kind of begin
friends, right?
to turn in all directions towards each of you.
We are friends, right?
Sybil did not trust her to begin with. I'm gonna be honest, she is not doing that.
Wits is not staring at this guy.
It is my goal to aid you as best I can.
I trust you. Let's do this.
Just Lola?
So Queely's definitely looking.
Very well. Then approach and match the gaze of one of my eyes, and I shall show you.
I call dibs on the green one.
Yeah, I guess you can pick if you want. They are all different eyes. Different colors, different shapes.
Can we look at the big one?
If you want to, yeah.
So Queely will take the big one.
Very well. Then the two of you match the gaze of the eyes, and you just sort of stare into them. And as you begin to stare deeply into these eyes, they kind of pulse with the color that they are. And you actually almost feel as though the iris itself is kind of spinning in place around the pupil. Almost in sort of a hypnotic way. You feel yourself kind of almost slip away from your own body into sort of an empty black void.
What the fuck? I don't trust opera.
And As you sort of find yourself lost in this black void, you actually see something begin to appear and sharpen into focus. You feel as though you're towering up in the sky, looking down on something that you can see sprawling out, a landscape that sprawls for almost an endless amount of distance. But actually, as you gaze down at it, you can see that what you're looking at is a massive ring of black twisted mountains. And sort of in the valley of this massive ring is a mist-shrouded forest that covers every inch of the valley.
The fuck am I supposed to fight a mountain?
And throughout that valley, placed in a circle around the ring of mountains, and then one at the very center, are citadels that seem to glow with magic. The one in the center, the tallest and most prominent of them all. There are 9 in total. As you gaze across, at the infernal circle of Zemaral,
Ominous.
and then you feel yourself sort of pulled away from it again. As you begin to return to your body, and you begin to feel yourself back within the dingy dungeon of the Briarkeep. And as the trance sort of passes, you feel once again as you were.
This is circle you speak of.
Yes, you have glimpsed the circle of Zemaral.
What does it mean? What does it do?
Zemaral is a plane. It is one of the circles of hell.
Oh.
Mm.
Huh.
Did you guys catch that? Sorry.
Oh, King was so funny.
So, Heart is from there?
Indeed. There are 9 Zemarian hearts, one for each citadel of the infernal circle. What lies within the Briarkeep is but one of the ancient Zemarian hearts.
God.
Beep beep.
Do you know if Heart was taken or given?
I believe that the heart that lies here was a gift. It was bestowed in a pact, I believe. To steal a Zemarian heart is an almost impossible task. I believe it to be given.
Can Heart be destroyed?
It can, but it is no small feat. It takes potent magic to overcome one.
Your magic not potent enough?
Not in my current state.
Wits,
Yeah.
your magic potent?
I think it is, but I'm not exactly sure what the scale is.
Hell.
Hmm.
Hell is the scale.
If I had to range my magical potency on the scale of no one to hell, I'd hope it's close to hell. But I can't
Play
say
a
for sure.
flute. I play a flute. I am nothing compared to hell.
Maybe if not able to destroy, is there a way to stop? To prevent
Tame.
from using?
To destroy the one who owns it in the pack would stop its use. But the fiends of Zemaral may seek to reclaim it, if that should be the case.
So, does the hot is it just this hot in particular that's causing the mold, or is it all of them?
I believe this heart is being used in this manner. There are 9, and if this one was brought out of Zemaral, then it must be the weakest of the 9. Like that.
I'm always close, but never quite there.
2 A's.
Almost had it.
Well, perhaps if we sever the pack, we can try hiding the heart somewhere if we can't destroy it.
The heart is not. It's not a small item that can be tucked into a pocket.
My main concern is if we destroy it, whoever gifted it is gonna be pissed that we destroyed one of their hearts. And then we're gonna have to deal with that.
Well, as Hephaestion said, it's a trade-off. Do you destroy it and piss them off, or do you not destroy it and give it back to them?
I'm kind of on the giving it back, kind of.
We have enough people pissed
But then
off with us. What's another one?
I would say they could just find someone better than Beira. Because if we prove that Beira fails, give it back, they'll be like, well, fuck Beira. We find a new powerful bitch to do it.
We just use it.
Yeah, I don't think they would approve of us using it.
Well, they also probably wouldn't approve of us killing the person they packed to it or destroying it. So, at least this way.
We destroy it. We should probably find out who the hell gifted it. I would like to know what I'm about to get myself into.
I guess my side is I would have no problem giving it back. However, unless, like Lola said, if they plan on just, giving it right back out to, like, do the same thing, then I would be opposed.
Unless they just feel like being chaotic, there was a purpose for it being given out. But it's hell, so maybe it is just chaotic. I don't know what.
I mean, us stopping like them from doing chaotic stuff like devils is way beyond us.
We're about to get messed up.
Or it could be we'll figure it out when we get to the heart. Kind of thing.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna want to ask more questions that I doubt Beira will ever want to answer about who the hell gave her the heart. But
maybe we decide what to do about heart later.
Let's worry about getting the heart first. Let's worry about finding the heart. And then when we get it, we can decide if we're gonna just destroy the thing or not.
Yeah. Personally, I'm on Team Heartbreaker.
Yeah, I think I'm heartbreaking too, because I definitely feel like they're just gonna throw it back out. There has to be a reason why they gave it out.
Mm.
Alright then. So, guess we should try to move on and see if we can find this ring or whatever.
I will warn you, the fiends of Zemoral are twisted creatures in a endless pursuit of forbidden, sinister knowledge. They seek to corrupt.
That would explain the black mold.
You know of any who oppose them?
Oppose them. No. Creatures such as I give them wide berth. The fiends of Zemoral tamper with something intangible that is difficult to fight. The devils of Zemoral tamper with the dream.
Looks at
What?
Sybil.
Yeah,
Looks
like
at
everybody
Sybil.
Excuse me, what do you mean by that? Could you elaborate?
The realm of dreams connects all living creatures across the material plane. And so it can be corrupted and used to spread for ill purposes. Nightmares and night terrors.
Oh my god. Oh god. So, gosh, could they be the ones like that place is the like the Fairy Queen's like palace or something similar, right?
The Slumbering Palace?
The palace that Sybil kept waking up in and getting chased by freaking hands in.
The Slumbering Palace?
Yes, the Slumbering Palace, yeah.
Mm-hmm. There is indeed a connection there.
Oh,
God.
they took over that goddamn palace.
Oh. Huh. And fighting them is not advised, you said.
But if you were to oppose the Circle of Zemoral, then the destruction of a Zemarian heart would indeed be the first step to doing so. They are ancient artifacts, complex engines, and they must be fed to be used.
What do you feed them with?
I believe that Beira fed this Zemarian heart the denizens of this very keep.
Mm. I was need to figure out where she's keeping it and what would be powerful enough to destroy it.
If indeed your choice is to destroy the Zemarian heart, I will I will aid you as best I can.
You know what? I feel like pissing off some demons. It could be a fun adventure. This could make a great song.
Yeah,
Hmm.
we survive it.
If we survive
I'm
it.
worried. I'm worried about what will happen if they give it back, to be honest.
Sybil and Wits, you guys have like gods, don't you, with your sigils? Wink, wink. Would
Huh?
they know these sigils? Like whatever they're called. They're your little Bartos turned them one into mold on accident. I forgot what they're called.
Um,
Your supporters. Would they know more about this place?
oh,
Most likely.
hmm. I'm not sure how to communicate with them. I haven't gone to the palace since we entered the Feywild.
Sequili wants to stop mold, but Sequili also values his life. Being chased for the rest of his life by fiends does not sound good.
Um, stops what happens here. What's happening here, I'd be willing to do it. I get that. Not everybody would want to do the same.
Yeah, I guess I'll just throw out there. I'm voting no on destroying the heart. You guys
Yeah.
vote however you want.
I would like to speak with the court before we destroy the heart and have their
Yeah.
intake.
Yeah.
But I definitely want the heart to be in our possession.
You mean keeping the heart?
Well, we definitely, if Beira has it, we got it off Beira.
Mm-hmm.
And so that leaves the question: if do we just leave the heart here, or do we bring it with us to talk to the court about?
The Zemarian
Mm.
heart is a twisted mass of crystallized flesh.
So
To
probably
take it
don't
with
touch
you
it.
is most likely not an option.
Okay.
We're not gonna get the court input on this. We're gonna have to make a decision.
Yeah. I mean, if we leave it here, the fiends will come and take it, right?
Fiends would take it, or they would send another person to retrieve it, and they would be in
Okay.
possession of it.
We could try to see if we could make some sort of magical barrier to protect it from being used again.
I do not have the magical
Capable of something
abilities to
like that?
protect from a devil.
True,
Yeah.
but our
Hey,
beholder
hey,
friend might. Or he might know someone at least.
Is it possible to build a barrier to keep out the hells?
Just one of
It
them.
whole
was
shit ton
theirs.
of a whole shit ton of holy water, guys.
Just drop it into the ocean and just bless the
Bless
ocean.
the ocean. All right, Mr. Floaty, do you know where the heart is at the moment?
The Zemarian heart lies in the caves. I believe you can access it through the path the mean locks have carved in the dungeon.
Oh,
This path?
Yes, he is referring to the collapsed part.
How am I gonna get through a collapsed cave?
Alrighty then. Well, I guess that's the way we need to go.
Thank you for your help and knowledge.
Indeed, if you are to make a decision, and you need my aid, then I shall return For now, I will return to my tower, and I will
Do we just call out your name before you leave us? How do we return if we need you?
sing on the air of Hephaestion, and I shall find you.
That sing on the air? I'll sing.
Okay.
Got you, man.
Very well, then. I shall return.
Farewell.
Bye.
I'm gonna miss you.
You see kind of like a whirl of lights and magic around him as he disappears from the dungeon.
What do you know? Didn't try to kill us.
See, it was a friend in hiding.
I was very suspicious of it. I am still a little bit suspicious of it, but yeah.
I
We'll
support him.
see. We'll see what happens with him.
Is it dark down this passage?
Indeed, there's no lights.
Alright, I'm gonna light a torch then.
Take this torch.
I'm just gonna cast light on my little horns.
All right. Glowing little horns, then.
Glowing
Yeah,
little
so
horns. Let's see.
sort of half of the tunnel here is collapsed. You kind of have to kind of duck under it a little bit because only part of the wall is sort of broken apart. But beyond the wall is a long tunnel that carries on forth to the south. But let's actually take a little break here because we're at an hour and a half,
Death
Okay.
awaits us.
and we'll come back and return right here. So grab a snack, grab water, go to the bathroom, do what you need to do, and we'll be right back in just a few minutes.
I might, if anybody's still on here, relocate because I'm pretty sure they're gonna lock this place up in like half an hour, and I don't want to get locked in.
What's happening now?
Alright, I am back. Probably still missing a few people, but that's alright. Heavy lore drops this stream, huh?
Nice.
I think Sybil probably had to move locations because she left the call.
I imagine it's probably that. So this might be an even longer break. But
That is okay.
that's okay.
I had a print finish while we're having sessions, so I'm like dealing with that right now.
Well, we got the time to do it. Sybil is switching locations, so we will be paused for a moment. Chat. Alright. Scroll down through the notes. Let's get to the next section.
I'm back.
Sybil is probably changing locations if you missed that.
Okay.
As they left the call, so that's what we're guessing it is. So this will probably be a bit of a longer break. But yeah, lots of lore this stream. Interesting lore. It's actually not the first name drop of Zemeral. It's been name dropped once before. In session 1 of Dreamwalker. Watch it now. The VOD is available.
Yeah, I caught bits and pieces of it. I want to go back and watch the whole thing.
It was really, really good. Session 1 of Dreamwalker was awesome. Tons and tons of fun. And they got little bits and pieces of Zemeral as well. It's all connected.
Like it's a living world.
Yeah, almost like.
Wouldn't that be weird?
I was trying really hard to find a way to give you a flavor of a circle of hell without, like, I don't know, like to give you a good flavor of it without like actually sending you there.
Right.
Like, this house seems very elegant.
So that was what I settled on, the little image you guys got to see. It's sort of hard to show a circle of hell without. It feels lame to just draw a normal map. It doesn't feel alien enough.
Make it a square, and it's a square of hell. No, make a dodecahedron of hell.
There you go.
Do you want more hell in your hell?
You know, there's a whole dead body that we just didn't even look at.
It's not the first dead body we've seen.
Feel free. Go touch it if you want. I'm not.
Well, we haven't found the coachman's body yet, have we?
That is a good point.
See, that's what I'm thinking.
Is Sybil back? Sybil's in the call.
Yep.
But...
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I got back a little while ago.
In a better location now?
Literally,
All good?
yeah, the moment I typed that, like, somebody actually came and turned on the lights. I am now in a study room where nobody else is, so we should be good.
Alrighty then. We can get back into it if everybody's ready. Very well. Then if nobody wants to poke the dead body, then we will
I'm poking this dead body.
Let's say you're gonna let Lola
yeah,
not.
I guess I
poke
can't say
something?
things like that out loud without that occurring.
I want to find the coachman's body. I'm gonna hope this is coachman's body and not a zombie that's gonna try to kill me.
You poke the corpse. It does certainly feel dead.
I'm gonna really poke the corpse. I'm gonna put my hand on its bagged head and just shake it around.
Alright, it rattles around.
Wakey, wakey.
There's no movement.
Lola's obsession with playing with dead things.
Listen, this is investigation. I'm gonna slice up the bag on top and see if I want to see what the
Yeah,
if
it's
if
it's a
wearing anything.
blood-stained burlap sack. The blood so old and dried that it's kind of hardened onto this burlap
Oh.
sack here. But you take out something sharp and you slice it open, and you find a skeleton inside of it, who is
A
wearing
naked skeleton?
who is wearing a long riding coat.
Ha!
No way! Oh my god!
Oh, my man went. Oh, my man.
Just imagine Lola opens this bag and it's like, yeah!
Yeah, that's what
I
the rest
shot
of you
him,
guys
guys.
witness. Just like a little fist pump too.
Yeah.
God, imagine if the Beholder was still here when we did this. He'd be like, maybe these guys aren't cut out to destroy this art.
Perhaps
The
I have made an
coachman.
error. Yeah, so
That's all I wanted to do.
you cut it open and do a little victory dance. Anything else?
Can I shift through his little bony coat? See if he got anything on him. Probably not. I'm gonna check. Let me check his body.
You sift through his coat and you can actually see that there's a bunch of like kind of torn parts of the coat, as if he was stabbed repeatedly.
My man did not have a fun time down here.
But you don't actually find any items, no.
Damn. Okay.
Just bones. A rat runs out from inside the ribcage.
Friend.
Hmm.
Well, that's all I had, guys. I just wanted confirmation. I found the dead coat man.
I mean,
Oh, Lola, I
it's one
promise.
part of the mystery. Voice. It's one part of the mystery.
Yeah, I
Uncovered.
still haven't found the ring yet. I was hoping it would be on him, but it's fine. That's fine. What if he swallowed it? Hold on. I'm gonna lift up his shirt. I want to see inside his bony self. Empty?
Empty.
Empty. That rat left. The rat ate the ring. It's inside the rat now, guys.
The rest of the session is just chasing a rat through the halls of the castle, so that you can cut it open just to find nothing.
No, you find
Please, like,
another
memoir.
small rat.
Not show us.
All right. So continuing down the collapsed passage and into the tunnel that lies beyond it. Let's copy you like that. And let's head in there, shall we?
We shall.
So as I said before, the tunnels are quite dark and abandoned, and you're almost kind of a little bit cold as you walk down this hall. But you did take some of the torches with you, so you do have some flickering torchlight with which to see. And as you
Oh,
begin to
now
kind of
this-
travel along this abandoned tunnel, you can actually see sort of gnarled and twisted and blackened roots stretching up through parts of the stone and along the tunnel walls. It appears that some parts of the stone beneath your feet even is coated in something soft.
The roots look like they're moving or anything, or are they stationary?
They do not move, no.
Okay. I'm just gonna carefully walk, trying not to step on any of the roots.
Very well.
As I get closer to this rock here, I am holding a torch, by the way, that I lit. So What does this stuff look like on the rock? Does it look like the mold, or is it something different looking?
It does indeed look like the mold.
Seems we are getting closer.
It's got some bad juju written all over it.
Oh, you say that about everything.
Everything gives me bad juju vibes.
Kinda true, I guess. So Queely, as you kind of are walking ahead of the others, just at the edges of the torchlight, you see something kind of right here. Just a slight little jolt of movement.
I'll hold a fist up within the torchlight to show the rest of them to halt. Something move up ahead. Be ready. And then I'll continue.
Sybil might take this time to cast Shillelagh on her staff real quick.
Barrel?
I'm going to move towards where I saw that movement.
Alright. So you kind of move your way around the side of this rock, and are you just kind of peeking around it, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm approaching slowly. I'm not like running head on or anything. Just walking slowly and letting the light kind of spill out in front of me, just to see what I see.
Alright. You kind of move your way around the side of this rock to where you saw the movement. And as you kind of move your way around, at first you think there's nothing there, and then you kind of glance to the side and see kind of like flattening itself as if it's sidling along a wall against this stone is a small little creature. Barely the height of your sort of knee. And it looks terrified.
You.
It's kind of like shaking almost as it kind of like just freezes like a deer in the headlights and just sort of stares directly at you with its wide eyes.
Oh.
I just like look down at him, not like menacingly or anything, just kind of glancing downwards at him. You. What you doing here?
Nothing. I'll get back to work, I promise. He speaks in Sylvan.
I'll speak to him in kind, in Sylvan. What you working on?
What? You're not... What? Huh? He sort of had his hands kind of clasped together, almost like begging you when he said, I'll get back to work. And now he's kind of just drops them to his side. He's just kind of scratching his head confused.
You, little one, work for Beira.
Yes, of course. All praise our lovely mistress. No better boss than Lady Beira.
Oh, you
No.
hate Lady Beira.
No praise Beira.
No, praise Beira.
I'll move aside so
how's her
that
name?
everyone else can gather.
This is the cutest, ugliest thing I've ever seen.
Little one, talk to them now.
I don't know what to say. Hello?
Hello.
What is our lovely mistress asking you to work on down here?
We take care of the mold. We take care of the mold every single day, and we work very hard at it.
You can touch the mold?
Sort of.
Huh.
Oh.
Do you like the mold?
Oh, no, nasty. We don't like to touch it, but we do what Beira asks, of course. We never disobey Lady Beira. And we never disobey the boss, of course. Never. The boss,
Listen,
boss is told what to do by
You
Beira, and
had
then
these
we
poor
follow.
guys.
Hey. It's okay. It's okay.
Sorry.
You can tell her to go fuck herself. You hate Beira, don't you? Be honest, man.
No, we love Beira.
Yeah,
Little
just
one,
like be honest. This man's lying to me, Sequilly. This man is lying.
It's
you have
alright.
key to Tooth Fairy door, little one?
Me, no, they don't let us touch the keys. No. We never tamper with the keys. Never. No.
Okay. So Queely believes him.
I don't believe.
I think he's telling the truth.
Just say you hate Beira, man. Just say it. We all hate Beira here. Just say it. Only if you believe it. Only if you truly feel it. I don't want to project my feelings onto you, but I'm telling you right now.
You see him kind of like darting, looking around all across the tunnel. He looks up at the ceiling. He's like looking under parts of the rock. He's looking everywhere, and then he kind of like nervously glances back at you. And I hate Beira.
Give it a thumbs down if you don't like her. Wink.
You see him kind of just quick thumbs down and then all the way back up. I love Beira.
High five. We love Beira too. Wink.
Yeah, she is the loveliest boss on the entire planet. I bet you guys have really great working conditions in this place.
Uh-huh.
Can you even touch the mole? Or does it hurt you too?
It hurts, but we touch it because boss tells us to touch it, and Beira told boss what to do, and so we do it.
My poor
Yeah.
baby's getting his hands burnt.
Who is boss?
The boss of the red caps. They call him Tooth Fairy.
Oh.
What's your boss, the Tooth Fairy, like?
Wonderful, hardworking, encourages us to do our best.
I'm gonna look at him. I'm gonna put thumbs down. I'm gonna point and be like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
The fastest possible thumbs down, and then immediately back up, and his hands kind of shaking.
Well, the boss has asked us to see the making of the mold and make sure everything's going okay.
He did?
Yes.
Hypothetically, what sort of threats may be bad to the boss that we might want to keep an eye out for?
We're trying to stay on
Make sure
good terms
nothing
with the
bad
boss.
happens to him. Or to the heart, or anything.
Boss keeps the doors locked up tight near where the red caps stay, and no one's allowed to leave without permission. But the main locks we found the side tunnel.
Ooh.
Well, you already know about the side tunnel. You traveled through it. We go and we meet the Great Highball, and we speak with him.
We let Eyeball free.
We did let Eyeball free.
You released the Great Eyeball.
He escaped. People can't touch him.
That is good. That he's free. He was a prisoner here. He whispers.
You want to be free too?
No, happy to work. Yes.
I love this guy.
We take care of Beira, then you free. But till then,
We're very
quiet.
good at helping bosses.
Of course, mean locks are good as well.
Oh, that's great. Would you like to accompany us? I don't want to lose you. You are so damn cute.
But if boss sees trespassers in the tunnels, then
No.
will be punished.
Well, we're not trespassers. No. Boss sent us to check on you guys. Wink.
Lola,
And then
why
I
you,
heard.
why you tell lie and then wink?
Shh. I don't know, man. I'm matching his energy. But we're here. We're gonna check on y'all's work, and then I heard the bosses are gonna be taking a very long vacation soon.
Routine inspection, of course.
Yes, routine
Mhm.
inspection. You
Must make
can't
sure
get in trouble.
that the mold farms are efficient and operating at their best possible pace.
Exactly. And once that's all, we check that. Like I said, the bosses are going on vacation, and then we're gonna have fun.
So
Gotta
clearly
kill
looks
them.
extremely confused at what Lola's saying.
Not as confused as Wits. He doesn't speak Sylvan.
Sybil, you speak Sylvan, right?
Yes, I've been speaking until this
It's only Wits that has no idea what's happening.
Yeah, Wits is just chilling. He's like,
He's
yeah.
just saying a lot of thumbs down, thumbs up. That's all
He's
he
like,
got.
this poor creature are harassing him. That's what it looks like, at least.
He has sort of relaxed from his first initial impression, in which he was kind of flattening himself against the rock. He has kind of relaxed a little bit. He kind of hunches over, almost like how a chimpanzee walks, with his knuckles on the ground.
He's gonna be my friend.
Also, I'm pretty sure you didn't catch it because you all were talking, but he did also introduce himself.
Oh,
Yeah, I was too excited to look at him to catch his name.
I did not catch his name.
Upo.
Oh, I love him.
Upo.
Name is a palindrome.
But then what happens now?
We're gonna do the
Hmm.
inspection. We would like if you could
You-
show us, make it easier.
Oppo can't stay here, where it's nice
If you
and
can.
safe.
You may if you like, but if you could point us towards the direction, give us a heads up. That's all. We're gonna be inspecting. That'd be nice.
Oppo
Yeah,
will take you to the gardens. But Oppo will not raise a hand against the Redcaps. No,
That is okay, Appa.
they would
That is A-okay.
squash Oppo under brute.
I would
If it
never
makes
let
you feel
them
better.
touch you.
There will be absolutely no word of this.
Good.
I've
Then
never seen a mean luck in my life.
Oppo can take you to the gardens. Then
We killed 2 wearing red hats already.
his eyes kind of go wide. And he just kind of he just stutters in place for a moment. He doesn't know what to say.
Will
Yeah,
we
but
kill
might
more?
find out
give us
they,
a thumbs up.
didn't really go on their drinking break
he
in a
just
little while.
he just kind of keeps looking stunned. He stares at Sequili still, as he keeps stuttering in place. But as you kind of say the thumbs up thing, he just kind of shoots a little thumbs up at you, Lola. But he keeps stuttering, staring at Sequili.
More with red hats ahead?
Yes, they work for the boss, and they make sure that all of the mean locks get all the work done properly and at a good pace.
Oh, they sound lovely then.
That doesn't sound like slavery or anything.
So Queely will give them chance to flee. If they attack, so Queely will kill them.
Oppo will show you the gardens. It's just this way.
Okay. As Queely swaps back to common, Wits, we follow little one to gardens. Maybe enemies ahead.
As Oppo kind of moves, every time he's near a surface, he kind of flattens himself against it and sidles along, and then he kind of pauses, and then he sprints to the other wall, and then he sidles along.
God,
Lala,
he has some stuff to
Lala.
deal with.
Lala. Who is that guy?
Appa, we love him.
Oh, okay.
Anything happens to Appa, whatever his name is, I'm starting my villain origin story.
Alright, let me copy the whole gang. So
Oh,
Oppo
we're like-
leads you along the tunnels, kind of winding its way through narrow, rocky tunnels that are covered in these masses of that kind of squishy, slightly pulsating mold, as well as these other kind of blackened roots and vines, and even those thorny briars that you saw outside, now blackened as if they were lit on fire. Even those wrap around some parts of the cave. But Oppo kind of very nimbly moves throughout the cave, not really paying any mind to any of the hazards as you guys follow him. But frequently he'll stop and he'll turn back and wait for you guys, and then he'll just kind of make a little hand motion. And then once you catch up, he'll move on. So just give me one moment.
Sure. I'm gonna take off my protection. I think it's worn off by now. It's only like 10 minutes.
Fair. I was actually going to say that it probably wore off. But yeah, that's fair. All right. One moment to... you. All right. Paste you guys. Corner. Perfect. You're probably gonna have to take off your prediction again because I copied you before you took it off.
All good.
All right. So you follow Oppo along the tunnel, and eventually you can actually see lights flickering in the distance. And as you get a little bit closer, the cave which the tunnel opens up into looks like this. So you can see actually crates and barrels and all manner of tools kind of scattered throughout this large room, as well as these large stone carved beds that appear to be just filled with this sprawling mass of very gently pulsating black mold. In fact, in parts it kind of reaches out over the walls of the garden itself and begins to crawl its way across some of the stone. Though it's not like actively moving, it's just sort of has begun to grow that direction. The area itself is illuminated by a bunch of lanterns that are kind of resting on various crates, and throughout the cavern you can see more of those red-capped creatures, the red caps, who are kind of standing over two of the smaller creatures that vaguely resemble Oppo. They're quite small and kind of scrawny and unsightly in the same way that Oppo is. And you can actually overhear one of them in Sylvan, this kind of closer one, just sort of shouting obscenities at the small little creature. He's actually even got a whip in his hand, and he's, "All right, you back to work." At the little thing.
Squealy looks at Oppo. Oppo's friends.
Oppo just kind of has one spindly-looking finger across his mouth, and he kind of nods. If you're referring to the little ones, then yes, he nods.
Mm-hmm.
I assume that's what you're referring to. Yeah, he nods. The red caps don't appear to have noticed you. They appear to be quite wrapped up in tormenting the smaller creatures.
Red hat ones seem mean. going to give them one chance to give up. Okay? So Queely looks at the party.
I think we just fucking kill them.
Yeah, I think they deserve it.
They whipping my fucking friends.
Oppo kind of like quietly, he's like crouched down against the edge of the wall. He's like, quiet, quiet, sneak, sneak.
Wait, guys, shh, guys, come here. And then I'm gonna point to that way, to this
What?
way. Two fingers point this way, two fingers point that way.
What?
We're just gonna
Okay.
straight kill them. I'm thinking 2 of us go on the left, 2 of us go on the right, and we just ambush both of them at the same time.
Okay.
Alright,
Yeah,
I'm going
I'll-
left. Which
I'll
wait,
go
which
left.
one had the whip in his hand?
That was
Or
the
do they
one
both
on the
have
left.
I'm going fucking left. I'm going to this one.
I'll head right.
Ass. Okay. So Keely, which one do you want to go with?
This way. Or this way.
No, I'm just gonna go with Lola. You go
While
with
y'all
it.
are-
Have fun.
While you are deciding that, Witch is gonna come up here, and then he's gonna take out one of his daggers and put it at Oppo's feet and just like nod his head with a thumbs up.
It's more like a short sword for him.
Oh, we're gonna need a stealth. Squilly,
And
pat the back.
he kind of
Good luck
picks it up, but his
stealthing.
hands are just like shaking.
Okay.
He's like, "Hey, Lola, or anyone, can someone tell him? Can someone tell him I'm giving this just in case?"
Nah, you expect him to hold that? Okay, you know what? Yeah.
Wait, you
He
want to
see
sit
you
here
giving it.
defenseless?
I don't see them getting past. I die before they get past me to him.
Hey, you never know. All right, this is just in case. You want me to sit here defenseless?
Alright, Opa,
I think
take the weapon,
running
just
might
in
be his
case.
best bet, actually. Very fast.
He looks very scrawny.
Okay.
Oppo,
So Queely's gonna
take it.
walk forward and just shout out, "Red Hat ones, you give
Oh,
up now
Oh
or
shit!
die."
Run it! Time to go!
Not
The
very
two
subtle,
kind of-
Sequili.
the two kind of just
No.
Trying to be.
the two kind of just whirl around and take in the sight of the 4 of you. Alpo is kind of like hiding down against the wall and trying to make himself as small as possible, so they actually don't notice him. But they do notice the 4 of you who are all just kind of standing there, and you see them kind of glance quickly at one another. And the closer one just kind of goes, "Yeah, all right. You want the boss?" And then he pulls out his weapon as he shouts that to the other one.
Who's long range and get him? No.
Okay, you choose die.
Choose to die. Tragic.
Alright, so Queely's gonna pull out his pike and get ready to go.
So, just give me 1 second.
Wait, which one's running?
This one. You
Okay,
pointed
so
to.
you pointed at this one to run. Okay. This
Wait,
dude.
what? Okay, wait, Jay. Which
This
one is
dude-
running?
Yeah,
this
dude
one
pointed
this
at
one
dude.
turned the southern one turned to the one that is further away from you guys and told him to run and tell the
Okay,
boss.
so
He drew his weapon. This one turned around.
Okay.
get his ass. Okay.
No, I'm not chasing him out of here, but if I can get to him in initiative, then I'll try to get to him. I mean, I am fast. But I'm not going to chase him into an unknown ring.
All right. So initiative rolls then.
Wait.
Alrighty. Pretty good rolls all around. I'll roll for them. Alright, first act is oh, hang on, quiz didn't change.
Out of 13.
Yeah, that's what I was like, that's not right. First act is Lola. Let me get you some music.
Hell yeah. Mold. Okay, be right back, Sybil. Whew.
What?
I'm gonna run up here. I'm gonna cast Command on this one to grovel.
Alright, Wisdom 14.
Please fail. Please be done.
Oh my god.
Natural 20, baby.
God dang it!
God.
I will
Okay.
snap them to the grid.
Well, come on, guys. Running back over. I failed Lola. Sybil, whatever your name is. I mean, what?
Wait,
That's
I'm
my
Lola.
turn. I'm Lola. And that'll be my turn.
Alrighty.
Right. Who goes next? Me or Wits?
Next
Oh.
is this red cat, who after drawing his weapon is going to kind of charge across here and then pivot up there. And he's going to stab at you with his spear. It's kind of a shorter spear that he's going to attempt to impale you with. But that does not hit.
Lola's cussing.
Misses you,
Little
Lola.
bitch!
And that'll be the end of his turn. So that brings us to Sybil.
Alright. I don't think I can get within view of this one. Actually, wait a minute.
Can you vine whip him?
What? Okay. So. Okay. Within 3 feet. Right, gonna move over here. And try to hit him with Thorn Whip. And pull him back over here.
A 17 hits.
Did you move past this dude?
Oh shit.
But yeah, he's going to take an opportunity attack, but he can't stop you anyway. So
Alright.
uh,
You can deal with the opportunity attack.
he rolled a 5. He doesn't hit you.
Nice.
Quick, do your best Scorpio impression.
Right, so this guy takes 2 piercing damage, and I'm going to try to pull him back. How far does he get pulled back? Does it get pulled back to like my tile, or like halfway? Got.
It should
10
list.
feet?
I think it's 10. Yeah, but you can.
Yeah, okay.
So it'll be like that.
Right.
So
And, that's my
you
turn.
grab him from behind and kind of yank him back towards you and kind of make him stumble back several steps as he attempts to kind of escape you. And you see the thorns on the vines kind of open up a few cuts along his arms as you pull him. And if that's the end of your turn, Sybil.
Yep.
Then it's now Witz's turn.
All right, let me see. Where can I go? Oh, that'd be moving. That'd induce him. Actually, yeah, I heard he uses reaction, right?
Yeah, this one used his reaction.
Alright, so I can do stuff. Okay. Then Witz will run up to here. And I need to see. Actually, I take that back. Witz is going to move. I'm trying to strategically see how I can hurt him and not this little guy.
Yeah, those are the stage hazards.
Yeah.
Don't hurt the innocent people.
Alright, and Sybil should be out of the way for this.
Yep.
I will cast Rhyme's Binding Ice, which will do a 30-foot cone in his direction.
Yeah, that should hit only him.
Okay. And he has to make a con saving throw.
Alrighty. That was a 7, which I'm assuming your save is higher than.
Yes.
These guys suck, man.
So he
Caught
takes,
him off guard a little bit, maybe.
he takes this damage.
Whew.
Whoa!
Ain't no one
Um,
escaped.
Dang.
What does the spell actually do to him?
If he's still alive, then he's hindered by ice for 1 minute.
All right, so you see ice kind of like I wasn't actually talking about the effect. I was talking more like flavor-wise, because you see this ice kind of like shoot up from his feet and just completely encase him, and he just sort of turns completely solid, and then just he's still kind of in motion as he's running towards the hall, and he just sort of falls flat on his face, and as he falls flat on his face, he just shatters into a million pieces.
Nice.
Freaking nice, Witz.
I was trying to stop him, but okay.
That was
Stop him
heavy
good.
damage. It actually wouldn't have killed him if Sybil hadn't done that little bit of damage.
I figured that was a lot, but I didn't think that was enough. But I forgot about that little bit that she did.
Sybil's little bit of damage made it just enough. So that was a joint effort there. All right, so Witz, there still is an enemy running. Is there anything else you want to do?
That's gonna be Witz's turn.
Very well. Then that brings us to Sequili. Because, yeah, that dude rolled a 3.
Oh,
Brutal roll.
no chance.
It is stabbing time.
Very well.
God, maybe not.
That will not hit, no.
Then maybe it's batting time? No, it's not.
That will also not hit.
So little, hard to hit.
Ducks out of the way of the 2 attacks.
And they have a smaller hitbox.
So Chloe's gonna move in closer to near the distance. Maybe you can get a better hit on him. And that'll be my turn.
Very well. So that brings us to the dead, frozen Redcap, and back to Lola.
Oh. You know what? This is personal. I'm gonna use my short sword.
That hits.
For a 19. Oh. For 4 damage.
So you stab at him with your short sword, but you only get a superficial wound before he can dodge out of the way. And so you see some blood, but not enough to kill him. As he glares back at you.
Oh, I didn't mean to back up. I'm just gonna scoot over a little bit more.
Very well.
And that is it.
All right. Then you just opened up a wound on him, so he's going to kind of pivot with you as you turn around him. He's going to attempt to stab at you with
Spit
his
at
weapon.
him. Pooh.
And that will hit you with a 17.
$17 damage?
No.
Or
17
hit
didn't
me. Okay,
hit.
I was like, what does this man have?
Yeah, so he deals like 784 damage.
Oh god.
He had the god-slaying spear.
He
but no,
accidentally took the Tooth Fairy spear by accident.
he hits you for 5 piercing
Okay.
damage. And that'll be his turn, as he's pretty surrounded. And I don't think that he really wants to do much moving. So Sybil, it's your turn.
Okay. Shillelagh. Oh. Wait, no, I have to. 16 and then 6 bludgeoning damage if it hits.
That was a 16 to hit?
Yeah.
Then that does hit. So,
Alright, so.
Another 6 bludgeoning. You kind of crack him over the back of the head as he focuses on Lola, and you see just kind of blood spatter across his already blood-soaked hat. Anything else, Somo? He's still standing.
I do not believe I have anything else. Nope.
Farewell, then it's Witz's turn.
Right. Wits will run up right here, and we'll cast Ray of Frost on him.
Farewell.
16.
That hits.
8 damage.
All right, you see a layer of frost kind of begin to coat him, and now he looks like severely wounded. He's breathing heavily, and his eyes are kind of darting around between the three of you as he whirls around to see these attacks coming from behind. He's got blood all over him, and part of the blood is kind of frozen and stuck to him. He does not look in good shape as we pass to Sequeli's turn.
Sticking with the stab.
Farewell.
Sticking with failing the stab.
Is it the same roll too?
Oh my god, thank god.
Alright, so the bash hits him for 7 damage. And so right as he whirls around to face the three of you, you actually just meet him right in the head with the blunt side of your pike and just kind of send him spinning right off of his feet as he collapses to the ground with a crunch. And the caves fall silent.
Right.
Oppo, is it okay to come out now?
Oppo's still kind of trembling in the corner, clutching that dagger like it's a giant sword. It's like a great sword. It's like super heavy for him, but he's kind of just clutching it, kind of hauling it along, and he kind of makes his way over to the red guard, and he kind of pokes him with his great sword dagger a couple times. Dead?
Yep.
He pokes him a couple times, and then Lola, he shoots you a little thumbs up. You see the other creatures kind of throughout the hall actually kind of make their way tentatively towards you. At first they looked a little bit afraid of you, but then they see Oppo kind of coming up behind you, and then they start to kind of rather cautiously approach.
They're all so ugly, it's cute.
You say that to them?
Yes. But I say it in common.
Okay, then they don't understand.
What?
Oppo, take care of other little ones now.
Yeah, the other ones kind of tentatively make their way up to you and just kind of, they're sizing you up. Not really sure if they should trust you, but they're a little bit comforted by the presence of Oppo at least.
Friendly wave.
And they just kind of, speaking in a similar kind of more high-pitched tone also in Sylvan, just, who are you? Says the diminutive one with a scarf.
Friends of Oppo, enemies of Beira.
Friends of Oppo, then our friends too.
Yep.
This one named Sequeli. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. I am Ama.
Good to meet, Hama. You stay with Oppo. behind. We need to go forward. Find more red hat ones.
And maybe even Tooth Fairy.
The, the boss's chambers lie to the west. You should be careful.
Be careful. Why?
The boss is fearsome, very very fearsome.
We fearsome too.
I'm understands, but still caution.
Okay.
Thank you,
you
Amma.
for warning.
Once Meanlog tried to escape, and the boss, the Meanlog was struck down with a bolt of light before Amma could even see what happened.
With that knowledge, I am going to heal myself real fast.
That'd be a good idea. Maybe
where
we should
is
take a short
everybody's
rest.
health, huh?
I am fully healed.
Me too.
Sybil took a hit going through the snake trap earlier when not a snake, so
Yeah, I'm half health, so I gotta.
Oh God, yeah, you need to heal.
yeah.
Yeah, Lola's at 12.
I'm having a great time down here.
Lola, you need heal?
At least one, yes, that would be nice.
See, I'm
I think
sitting
we
here
could do
like,
like a short rest so we can reserve some spell slots. Or this is just
I'm-
this is not a good
I'm
place.
not short resting here. Yeah.
I don't think we
Yeah.
can.
see, I'm sitting here like, I guess I could just short rest to get a spell slot back, and then Lola's here like, can we short rest so I could live?
I die.
Lola,
I just gotta get some healing in me, that's it.
heal here. Squirrel
Yeah.
places hand towards Lola and it glows with like a green light. How much HP are you missing? Or like how much till you're fully healed?
No.
I'm using lay on hands, but it's like a meter. Like it's not like I roll it, it's like I just subtract from it.
I'm 15 hit points till fully healed.
Alright, then I will use 15 of my healing.
Oh. Friendship.
Hmm.
High five, Sequilly.
High five. Should feel better now.
I feel great. I feel like I can tear the head off of Tooth Fairy.
Sybil need
Ow.
heal too.
If you have any to spare before we go to a fight.
Have about 5 worth.
Yes, that works. Thanks.
Okay. His hand will glow again as he holds it forward, and you get the rest of the 5. Okay. No more blessing from Athar until rest.
Alright. Might also down a good berry really quick. Just to boost it. If anybody wants one, I have 5 or 4 more.
No, thank you.
Okay.
Very well. So you spend some time to patch up a few of your wounds before you carry on. And after feeling a little bit better, and after a few moments, you're ready to go.
Time to kill boss. Minlock should stay safe while we go.
We will stay here.
Hide in case they come. In case we killed.
Yes, Minlocks know lots of places to hide.
Good.
They're still kind of like surrounding this redcap here and just kind of tentatively poking at him.
They're having a great time.
One of them kind of like kicks his hat off. They just keep poking him.
Nice. Good for
I support
them.
them. They're gaining some confidence. This is a confidence building exercise they're doing.
So yeah, Sequile, why don't you take one of their hats? Because if we come across more, they'll probably be more likely to surrender if you show that you've already killed some.
Let's take the whole head. Intimidation.
Hmm.
I don't know what's up with me wanting to do heads.
We examined their hats before on the ones we killed outside the door, right? They're just like soaked in blood.
Indeed, yeah.
Sequili not want to handle this. Kind of gross. We'll just use
feeling-
words.
I'm feeling a little barbaric. I'm gonna take it.
Channeling a past life.
Yeah, about to say.
Oh, there's a strong channeling right now. I just gotta remind myself that I am squishy.
All right. So let me copy
Hey.
you all.
Can you remind me of that too? I seem to forget sometimes.
Well, you
That's
can
why
stay
we in the
upside
back
down
right
if you really
now.
want to.
No.
All right. So making your way just a short walk down another tunnel, you eventually see it open up into another larger, cavernous expanse. And again, illuminated by torchlight, and again filled with those stone-carved planters, with the black mold stretching out from within.
Right. Weenlock said west, right?
Yes. West was where the boss is at.
Then?
You guys making any attempt to be quiet, or just wandering through?
Oh yeah, I think we're.
I think it's impossible for me to be quiet.
Hold on, hold on.
I don't think it's impossible.
I'll give you a little pat on the back. Good luck, man.
Here,
That's
put
bardic
the,
inspiration for you.
put some take like the bags and just like put it on your feet so it doesn't make the clopping sound. Oh my god.
What's your Bardic? That's at disadvantage, by the way.
It is
Yeah.
a D6. So yeah, I didn't think so.
13.
13. Were you doing what Sequili or what Wit said?
No.
No.
What do you say? Put something on my feet?
I said take these bags and put them on your feet so it doesn't make the clopping sound.
Oh, I'm definitely not doing that. That's way too awkward looking.
Yeah, I was
Just
like, I was gonna
got
say
the
that would
look.
honestly probably work a little bit.
Probably would, but yeah, I'm not doing that.
Very well, good RP. All right, so you got a 13. The others can also roll. So Creeley's is probably the most important one, but the others should roll as well.
Nice.
Oh,
I'm
All right.
fucking
getting the
floating.
good rolls today.
With a nat 20 wits, I'm actually gonna give everybody else +5 to reflect that you're sort of showing people where there's little stones on the ground so that they don't kick them, and kind of helping everybody move.
This means Wits is in front.
That is
So-
Witz's favorite place.
That is also the trade-off. You will have to lead, but you'll be more stealthy. So yeah, the rest of you kind of follow behind Wits, and occasionally he'll pause and he'll kind of pick up a rock and kind of move it out of the way so nobody kicks it, and you guys will kind of very cautiously make your way very quietly throughout the hall. With everybody having a +5, yeah, then that we will. All right. I made a perception roll, and you guys all passed. So you quickly kind of wind your way over towards the other side of this cavern, towards this smaller tunnel off to the side.
When you had a seizure for a second.
So just give me one moment. So, making your way along into the next cavern, again you see torchlight. Though this time as you travel, you actually don't see any of the black mold. It does not appear to be spreading in this direction. And instead you find yourselves in what appears to be a sort of barracks. You can see beds lined along the cavern off to your left and right, as well as a center table illuminated by a lantern that glows. And in several of the beds, you can see several slumbering redcaps.
Right. We're killing them in their sleep.
We're killing them in their fucking sleep.
Before we go further, I'm gonna stand here so they can run away.
That is a good choice.
Okay. Alright.
So Quilly does not agree with killing in sleep. Seems unfair.
Would you like to wake them up and give them the choice?
Should give them chance to give up, but if
I
you
think
want
you
to
should-
kill in sleep, so Quilly will not stop you.
We could stand over their beds so they can't really have a chance, but we'll be like, yo, either leave or die. And then if they were like, rah, we could just kill them.
For kill and
Hmm.
sleep.
That's a
It's a
good idea.
strategical advantage.
Alright.
advantage.
Plus, they've already proven quite loyal to the boss, so
We should give them the benefit of the doubt.
Others did. Maybe these differ. Maybe.
I'm okay with waking them up first, but we should probably be by their bedside when we wake them up.
Okay.
Give them a little intimidation.
They're gonna sneak up and.
Alright. You guys haven't really changed much, so I'll let you use the same stealth rolls. There was no tactical change, so you're still sneaking the same way you were. So you guys kind of creep your way across this open barracks room towards the beds, each of you kind of making your way towards a different bed. And the redcaps are snoozing away, some of them snoring quite loudly.
Are they short enough that I could like stand on the bed? I don't want to try waking them up.
Mhm.
It's fine. It's fine.
You guys are gonna get.
This one. Let's do that one. I don't want behind me.
Sybil, you make your way over kind of towards this door here, and
Oh damn.
this door
Oh god.
actually looks familiar.
Oh.
Bears the sigil of the tooth at its center.
Okay. You're not gonna go want anybody in that direction.
Get that short sword out. I'm ready.
Cool. Okay.
we're
Alright.
just gonna.
Yeah, go ahead.
Which wants to do this is he wants to use Mage Hand to like cover this guy's mouth and then use message to like wake him up.
Okay, yeah, that's a pretty unorthodox use of Mage Hand, but actually, I like it. That's good RP. So yeah, let's do it.
Wakey
So-
wakey.
He'll like use message and say, surrender or perish, and then
Are
Yeah,
you holding
Mage
some
Hand,
kind of
freak him out.
weapon to him, or just holding them out?
he's holding like his dagger like towards his neck.
Yeah, I got you. I just
but,
wanted to make
like,
sure.
Yeah.
And then Lola, you got your short sword against this guy.
Yep.
And so Quilly, what are you doing?
He has his pike up with like it angled downwards, like he's ready to stab down. He's just
Gotcha.
kind of eyeing the others.
Sybil, what are you
Oh, I'm
doing?
waiting for Sequoia. I'm looking at Sequoia.
Walking their way out and trying to be as menacing as possible with the staff glowing with shillelagh.
We
Fair
got
enough.
cute Sybil pacing down there.
Yeah.
Barry flapping his wings menacingly.
She looks majestic.
All right. So you message the one that's asleep, Wits, and you see him kind of just startle his way awake. And and just kind of really not sure what's going on. Sort of not even aware that you messaged him even, because he's kind of still groggy, and he just kind of as he kind of tries to mutter something, but then realizes that you're covering his mouth, and then as he kind of opens his eyes and blinks a bunch, he notices this dagger held to his throat, and just kind of you see him kind of hold his hands up as if he's sort of surrendering.
Right. Keeping Mage Hand on his mouth, which is gonna start trying to bound his arms with a rope.
Very well. Yeah, you kind of. I'm assuming keeping like the dagger kind of menacingly pointed at him.
Yeah. He's kind of got like one hand on the dagger and the other one's just like wrapping it around his arms.
Yeah, it's kind of like a rickety sort of bedpost. You could kind of tie him to that if you wanted to.
Oh, yeah, he'd probably do that.
These kind of old, slightly moldy, normal mold beds. It's a damp cave, so they're not in perfect condition. Yeah,
They're not
so
the high quality mold used to menace in the forest.
probably takes you a little longer as you're trying to simultaneously cover his mouth with Mage Hand, point a dagger at him, and tie him up. Probably takes a little longer than normal. So is there anything anybody else wants to do while he does that?
I'll give mine a gentle prod with the business end of my pike.
All right. What part of him are you poking? Just out of
Uh,
curiosity.
I'd say like a exposed arm if he's got it like outside the covers or something, just a little poke.
Yeah, you kind of jab him. It's not enough to like fully impale him, but it's enough to cause enough pain that he kind of jolts awake and just.
Listen, other friend, giving up. You give up too, or you die.
You seem kind of considerate. You actually see his eyes dart to this bedside table quick, quickly. And then
I
back
will
to you.
follow his gaze as well over there.
You notice kind of a small drawer on it, and then his eyes kind of dart back to you. But he is holding his hands up, and they're kind of shaking slightly as he kind of. Don't stab! Don't stab!
No stab. Get up slowly. Come.
I will say just because your guy was not hushed, I'm just gonna make a perception roll for this sleeping one, which he rolls a 7 on, so he remains asleep.
Had a long day. He's tired.
Got a heavy sleeper.
Yeah, so you kind of hold this guy at spear point, and you kind of get him to do what you want him to do.
I'm just gonna walk him over to this other one that Witz is tying up.
You can move him now.
Okay.
So
then
you
I'll
just kind of hold him at spear point and maneuver him along. He just kind of cautiously takes steps towards you.
Another to tie Witz.
Which will just kind of like, with the extra slack that his rope has, he'll just like start tying him to like maybe like the footboard or something like that.
Yeah. With the two of you, it's a little bit easier. So you get that one done quicker. Lola, are you up to anything?
Seeing that we're all tying them up, I'm gonna give mine a little pokey poke in the neck. Be like, hey. Hey. Hey.
What?
Ah, shh. Put my finger on his lips like, shh. Friends are surrendering. You can join, or I can make you a shish kebab.
Yeah, you seem kind of slowly, just kind of very, very purposefully, just kind of raising his hands as he just kind of nods slowly.
All right,
His eyes kind of wide and still rapidly blinking just from waking up.
All right, start moving. Give him a little poke with my little sword, like stab. Poke. I'll walk over the bed with you.
Yeah, he's backing up away from you, and he kind of bumps into the back of this bed here.
Hands behind your back, please. Poke.
You follow his orders. You find a small round stone that has sort of a face on it, Sequili. Ascending stone.
Okay.
And Lola, you tie the other one up alongside the group now, so they're all tied up to the beds with Witch's aid. What were you gonna say, Squilly?
Would I know this is a sending stone?
They're relatively common. As far as magical items go, they're one of the most useful. So in your travels, you probably would have at least heard of them. They're decently common, so I would say probably, unless you specifically feel that Sequili would not.
No, I was just curious. I feel like he would if it's decently common. He's just gonna pick it up and talk into it. Hello, who there?
So it's like holding it up like it doesn't have good reception.
You actually don't get an answer, Sequili.
No answer. I'll walk back to them and show the party the stone. Found this.
Ew.
Usually come in pair. Here one, not sure where other is.
I'm gonna guess it's the boss. One of them, at least.
Sequili talks to the stone again. Boss?
Oh.
Oh my god.
No
Hand
answer.
on face.
Sequili here. New stone, who dis?
Still no answer.
God.
God,
Okay.
is that you? Poke poke.
Good and tied.
Anything in this one? Just
Um,
checking.
you find just a couple gold coins, Sybil.
Okay.
3.
As long as there's nothing they can use. Okay.
I'm gonna poke all of them. Poke poke. Poke poke. Poke. Extra poke.
They're just kind of like shooting daggers at you with their eyes. Say,
Poke poke.
cut it out.
Poke poke. You get an extra poke for speaking.
I know.
This is kind of fun, guys.
Lola's awakened something.
Remember whenever she was like, I'm not gonna swear. I'm gonna be very nice.
I saw the
Yeah, and then they took her
when
chicken
it
away from
come,
her.
they took my chicken, and then I saw a whip, and I just know they probably whipped Oppo, and I'm not a fan of that. Don't hurt my friend. Poke poke.
We let you live here, but you hurt Meanlock again. We kill you. Okay?
Yeah, we treat them very nice.
Extra hard poke.
Oh, cut it out. So other things of note, other than just sort of the large kind of gathering table at the center and an iron lantern that glows, is there are some dressers on the far end, as well as this sort of cauldron here that's just caked in something.
Hmm.
Is it Oppo blood?
Well, the water skins do
Something
have
just come out
blood
of
in
it?
it.
Sorry, what
Sorry,
did
I
you
heard-
ask?
Her background noise, it sounded like something came out of it.
Yeah, I thought it was. I thought it was part of the game, like something was screeching about to happen. I was like, oh no.
Civil, are you examining it?
Ah.
So the contents of the cauldron, though it appears to be kind of empty right now, it is filled with something that is kind of caked on and dried, and it is dried blood.
Nice.
Well, that makes sense. Their water skins had blood in it.
What?
Lola.
Blood. You know what? I don't really want to know where they get the blood from, actually. Okay.
Witz is gonna start patting him down and see if he can find like any keys or anything else of importance.
They don't have any keys on them now.
Can I take their hats? I'm gonna take each of their hats.
Give me your hat.
I can't do anything about it, yeah. But they do seem to like really resist that. They're kind of squirming as hard as they can when you try to do that.
I take the hats.
If a red cap doesn't have a red cap, is he still a red cap?
They just
He's
explode.
There are now no caps.
No, they kind of like actually shriek and howl as you do it, and they kind of are like stamping their feet and pulling as hard as they can at the ropes as you pull their hats off. Hey, give it back! Give it back!
Poke, poke.
Now they look
My hat now.
furious now. Before where they were
don't
surrendered,
care.
they are furious now.
Uh,
But they're still tied up.
I'm not giving back the hats. Hats are mine now.
Can you
You've
hand me
lost
one,
your hat
Lola?
privileges. Yes.
All right, thank you. All right, I'll give you your hat back. But you're gonna have to tell me how to get in that door over there, and he'll point over here.
Sorry, which door? The
The-
big one? In the top
Yeah.
one? He's still kind of furiously struggling. He's kind of grunting what he says next through like gritted teeth. Boss has the only key.
All right. So I'm guessing you're gonna have to contact your boss through the sending stone.
Looks like you already did that.
shit.
So clearly asked for boss, but boss no respond. But OOC, I would know that sending stones would just not activate if there was not someone else with one. So there must be. He's just being quiet.
Knock, knock.
There's no answer.
I think that's the door
Playing
that
hard to
you're
get.
supposed to guard.
Yeah,
Sybil's
I think so
correct.
too.
You killed the other guys on the other side of that door.
Pretty sure
Did.
Boss Man is down this way into the
I was
south.
like, where the hell's the boss? Okay.
Right.
So clearly going to check cupboard. Maybe more mean lock hiding.
You open up these cupboards quickly and search through them, and you find kind of the scrappy kind of leathers that they're wearing, as well as a couple undyed hats that are kind of this this yellowish white. And lastly, you find sort of manacles that they were evidently using to bind some of the mean locks that misbehaved.
Are the manacles big enough to fit them?
Yes.
Perfect.
All
They
right.
tasted their own medicine.
Would
Yeah,
like my rope back.
Oh. Do they have whips? I gotta check the others. I'm about to start whipping.
Oh.
Yeah, you search through and you find a whip in that one.
Anything in this one?
The same thing as the top one.
Okay.
Just more of it.
Then I'll come over here and I'll affix the manacles to them. If enough are available, all three. If not, just
Yeah, they have
whatever the toughest looking one is. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so
Uh,
you sort of replace the rope with that, and once they're all fixed in place, then you untie the ropes so that you can have your rope back.
Yeah, and I'll pass that to Woods.
Rope. Yay.
Very well. So they're actually far more sturdily tied now.
Okay, you stay here. We go look for boss. If you stay here and not help boss, you live. Good deal.
Yeah, they're still like foaming at the mouth, angry, so they actually don't even respond to you.
Whip, whip. Speak when spoken
Oh.
to.
What?
I
Did
don't
you
know
whip
the word.
them?
I'm whipping them. I'm gonna do a quick little whip,
This
Speak
is
when spoken to.
escalating.
and then I'm gonna take the other dyed, the non-dyed hats too. No more hats for anybody. Everybody's losing a hat.
Very well.
Okay, so clearly doesn't approve of torture, so he's just gonna keep moving.
Keep moving. This is the dark side of Lola coming out.
This is
Yeah,
what
I think,
happen when you take
I
your
think
chance.
I think her villain origin story already started.
This time it's personal. So unless there's anything else that you want to do in this room, then
One more thing.
very well.
The second Lola's not looking, which is gonna like. Don't look back. Don't metagame
You
this.
mean what? What do you mean what?
Don't make me
Well,
do a
as
roll
I
for
am
this.
walking out, I'm gonna shake around the little red hats as a little tease to them as I'm walking out.
All right. So what do you do as the others kind of turn to leave?
He's gonna go put the hat back on this one.
Evil.
Very well. He like kind of almost immediately calms down. Now he's just kind of breathing heavy, still a little bit rattled.
Okay, bye.
Got a whip.
Yeah, you can add a whip to your inventory because that's just a straight up weapon you can use.
Oh, nice. I'm gonna be whipping people a
So
lot.
technically, yeah, you can just add that to your inventory if you want. So you guys make your way back into the other hall that you came from. But you guys have done a lot since. So tactics change at all, or trying to sneak again, or what are you doing?
Please sneak again. I'd say if we're going to go to the south or corridor.
I mean, in character, we still know that the boss is alive somewhere. But this room has been secured. I feel like I don't know if I'd be so as sneaky this heading this way.
Yeah, I thought that maybe you guys would have kind of changed your mind a little bit. That's what I wanted to clarify. But you guys do creep your way and make your way back towards this this other cavern, and a short walk through a tunnel later. You're right back
Lola
here.
is out for blood. She don't care about being sneaky no more.
Yeah, unless someone specifically told Sequili to be sneaky, he wouldn't be.
Actually, as you guys make your way across this chamber here, very suddenly,
Uh-oh.
a creature teleports into your path, just sort of
What
blinking in
the
to
fuck is
thin air.
that? I don't like whatever that is. That better not be the Tooth Fairy.
And this sort of very misshapen, slightly hunchbacked fairy kind of flutters itself about 5-ish feet off the ground, clutching a large kind of, large for him, staff in its hands and wearing a crown of teeth. And you see his eyes kind of scan across the four of you and just goes, "One of you must be Sequili."
Yes. How do
Well
you know?
then, let me greet you as guests. And then he just kind of quickly twirls his wand, and immediately all around you, you just kind of get prickles kind of down the back of your neck as you realize that all of a sudden,
Oh.
you are surrounded.
What the fuck is that?
These look like redcaps, though they are incredibly deranged. They have that same fury in their eyes that you saw when you took their hats, Lola, although these ones are so far off the deep end that their teeth are sharpened, their jaws unhinged, and they're kind of drooling at you as they bear down upon the four of you. And across the room, the Tooth Fairy, with a little grin, goes, "Shall we begin? Roll for initiative."
Okay.
So we keep those rolls, but we're right at 3 hours right now, so not nearly enough time to do a boss fight.
Yeah, it's a good stopping point.
Perfect stopping point. So we will stop here, but I'll keep all those rolls and we'll use them next time because there's pretty good rolls there.
Hell yeah.
Good.
Alrighty.
Rolls today.
Sorry guys for all the Sequili's trying not to kill things, but it is part of like his oath of the ancients to like preserve life as much as possible. It's like
You're a paladin. It's okay.
You need the
Yeah.
counterbalance. You need the ebb and flow. You need the kind of one person who's for it, one person's against it, and then everybody kind of argues. It's a perfect dynamic. It's no need to
Yeah.
apologize.
Because the last dynamic was Seville was like, please can we not kill this thing? And then we all proceed to kill this thing.
Yeah, it balances it out a little bit. Now there's kind of two people who are a little bit less willing to just blatantly murder somebody. But yeah, it works out. So as you mentioned before at the beginning, Wits, it's a probable no for next week.
It is a probable no. because my meeting starts right at session time.
Fair enough. Okay, so we'll say it's a probable no. If anything changes, you let me know, and then we'll update from there. But we'll say it's a probable no for next week. As for trying to reschedule, it's a little bit hard right now. So I'm just gonna say probably we'll just miss the week. But yeah, we'll come back and we'll start right up once we're able to with the boss fight against the Tooth Fairy.
I want to taunt him with my teeth. Be like, "Hi, look at these pearly whites."
I'll
Well,
be
they're
whipping
prob-
people.
They're probably actually a little stained from all the alcohol.
Alrighty, so that's the schedule for now. As for the other streams, Thursday is a little bit up in the air just because that group has a lot of schedule issues. They haven't gotten back to me on exactly what their schedules look like right now, so I'm not really sure if it's a yes or a no right now. I'm going to try to make it a yes, but there is a chance that if more than one can't make it, then we won't be having a session. As for the other stream, so that's Caesar Sands on Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern if it does happen. And then the other stream is Saturdays now is Dreamwalker. Actually, I have to update the schedule now that Dreamwalker started. For their second session, you can go back and watch session 1 if you want to get caught up. It was very, very entertaining. It's the perfect time to get in on one when one starts. Because it's a really great group, and that session was a blast. You can go meet Mittens, the tiny little cat friend, as they
They're
explore.
over there meeting nice little cat friends, or we're over here fighting or meeting beholders and fighting the Tooth Fairy.
Listen, don't worry. Their campaign is a very interesting gradient from the most innocent fairy tale thing until we progress into just straight up Bloodborne. So don't worry, we'll traumatize them eventually.
You took it slow with us. You gave us Jellycap, and then you made him try to kill us.
Listen, you guys forced my hand. I wanted Jellycap to be a friend.
He's still a friend. Martos is gone. Lola don't know who Jellycap is. So.
Oh yeah,
Well-
Lola and Sequili aren't on his shit list.
Yeah, you guys can go.
somewhere Draven thinks, "No, I never liked him in the first place."
Oh, I miss Draven's voice.
But yeah, so Dreamwalker session 2 is Saturdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. So tune in and watch that live because it's a blast. But thank you everybody who watched live. Even if you were lurking, welcome Dr. De La Plaga, and thank you for the follow as well. And yeah, thanks for watching. This was a fun session. We got lots done. Met Hephaestion, who's been waiting in that dungeon for quite a while for you guys to find him. Met the nice little Meanlocks, who are a bit of a departure from your average D&D Meanlock. I want to do something different with them. There aren't a lot of unseelie fae, sort of the evil fae, if you will. So normal Meanlocks are kind of just insect people, and it's a little bit boring. So I wanted to do something a little bit different with them, and so I made them deformed little goblin friends.
Yeah, I like them. I think you did good.
So yeah. We got a lot done, and we'll start back up again with a boss fight. That'll be exciting. And everyone will get to meet the Tooth Fairy.
I'm gonna smite the shit out of him.
He seems nice, right?
I'm be whipping
No.
everybody.
He is not nice. I called him and he didn't respond. He left me on red.
No, he just spent the entire time setting up a trap because he's not Tom.
Oh, fair.
See, I was literally about to. What was it? Unless I'm trying to think what I was about to say. Like, I was about to use the what's it called? The Mockingbird potion to like mimic one of the red caps and
Would've been
say
a
that
good
there's a
idea.
problem that he needs to come see.
Would have been actually a pretty good idea.
But Sequili already called him. I was like, all right, I guess never mind.
Yeah,
We're good.
the 8-int paladin was the one that found the sending stone. So sorry about
Unfortunate,
that.
yeah. But yeah, so we'll pick up again next time, and we'll get back into it. Other than that, unless you guys have anything to add, we can wrap up here.
No, it was a great session.
Yeah, it was good.
Thank you.
I
Yeah, it was a
enjoyed.
blast. Thanks for playing. All right, so thank you all for watching, and have a good night. I will see you all on the next stream. Good night.
Yeah, good night.